First possession for Rutgers.
And what do you want to see from their offense today?
I'd like to see more consistency and, a little confidence in what they're trying to do, what their method is, what their culture is. It seems to be from game to game, and not so. Here comes a shot.
Yeah, first shot of the game from Colin Zeller, one of those returners. He's a sophomore.
They got to find themselves. They got to define who they are and what they want to accomplish. I know that says a lot, Dom, but we have not seen that to this point.
Yeah, just 8 goals in the win over Villanova. Rutgers leading on its defense this year.
Good look there.
Another look from a midi. This time, Zeller scores.
And the assist goes to Vorgang. They're looking at him to shoot. He unloads it back door, sweeping across the field, and a shot and goal. Heck of a shot there, Dom. Start the game.
Well, we know that Colin Zeller can find the corner. Sophomore who was among Rutgers.
He's got his hands free.
Sears trying to share, and instead the freshman Dylan Finder gets in the way. Rutgers really high on his ability in the rope unit.
Well,
and numbers, long stick. Ryan Splain couldn't bounce it home.
Yeah, Finder's the only freshman that is on the field for Rutgers with any kind of consistency and time. Coach Brecht is very high on his defensive abilities. Good look inside. Hits the iron again. They're calling it a goal, but the officials they haven't indicated it yet, Dom. There he goes. It is a goal. That took him a while.
Well, Rutgers has hit the woodwork a couple of times. This time, the iron is kind to double the Rutgers lead. Let's take another look at Vorgang, skipping it just inside.
Vorgang with a goal, a lefty goal. It counts. So this year, Don
Murphy behind the back got a little too cute. That's the third Rutgers turnover, 5 already for Long Island.
Yeah, well, Murphy was trying to make the highlight reel on that one, and that's going to find its way to the garbage can.
Rutgers has been in a 10-man ride from the jump, but not as aggressive as we may see later on this year. Cardin Stoller really isn't strayed far.
Oh, nice ride there.
Yeah, plenty aggressive from the guys at the midfield line. Dylan Groff, the first-year starter, coming up with the takeaway.
Dylan Groff got his stick in there and just picked his pocket.
So 5th caused turnover, and it translates to a goal. Colin Cardilla burning the twine.
Colin Cardilla had a short stick on him, and he gave him too much room. The short stick stepped back. Colin Cardilla just wound up and let it go. Watch this. Step back and let it go. It was actually a long stick. Consistency. He wants other people to pick up the slack. He wants to take some of the pressure off of Colin Cardilla.
So 88 for Rutgers on the board yet again. A hat trick each of his first 3 games this year. And the Scarlet Knights now make it 3-0. After the face-off win for John Scarelli, Scarlet Knights right back at it.
Colin Cardilla, probably one of the best players in the nation right now. I got to see him play all summer. Well, not all summer, a few weeks in Korea this summer. Played on the under-20 team.
There's Colin Kelly. My goodness. Well, we know that he's got a rocket. Showed it off there.
I think the LIU players are going to have to figure it out that they have to get on the hands of these Rutgers offensive players. You give them time and room, they're going to blast that puck to the back of the net.
Allows Rutgers to control it. Rutgers hasn't been the cleanest on the draw today, but they've been able to muddy it up a little bit to win some of these back.
Yeah, I've mentioned this on prior broadcasts this year and last that, the face-off statistics are kind of like, they're not quite, they don't say what they quite mean. For example, you could win the face-off, but if you don't get an offensive possession out of it, did you really win the face-off? I'd like to see it be, you have to get it in the box to win the face-off.
It's metaphorical of you there.
Yeah.
The tree falls in the forest. Vorgang, hands free. Bad idea.
A Vorgang bomber. If they don't play that boy's gloves, they're going to be in trouble today.
2 for Vorgang in the first quarter. Rutgers trying to run away with it before we end the period.
See it right here. Step and shot. That's where he's
who started the scoring. Inside 30 seconds now. And you can see LIU pressing out a little bit more there.
Yeah, Lawler with the ball. He's gonna start from up top and look low. If he doesn't have a shot, he'll look inside.
Yeah, right on cue with 10 seconds. There's the help. Murphy. Vorgang with 5 seconds. He shoot away. Murphy got to take something, and it slips in.
Oh.
He was looking for Mongillo. Instead, he found a goal.
That was a pass to Mongillo, and he gets the score. That's unfortunate for Long Island. They were playing it very well there. You see the pass there to Mongillo, and it goes in. A bad pass, but a good shot, I guess. Right there.
Almost like he screened him.
Oh, he certainly did. Came right across.
Just has not had the touch. Sears with less than 20 to shoot. LIU says that was deflected. The guys in stripes don't agree.
Yeah, he was standing right next to him. It was a nice try, though. I mean, I would do that.
And Younger Kiss right where he's supposed to be, middle of the field. He'll call his own number. Finds Pater.
That was an easy one for Rutgers. LIU actually created transition for Rutgers on that clear. It was a nice job for Rutgers to recognize what they had.
The captain, Joe Younger Kiss, completes the clear with his own goal.
Well, you can see that shot there. That's very hard to pick up. We call that a worm blow.
Freshman. Penalties burned off, and the penalty kill unit is 2 for 2.
That was a nice outlet pass by Stoller. Just couldn't handle it. Rutgers was very close to being offsides on that. Fortunate that they weren't.
LIU, a team that's averaging 13 goals per game. Last time out against Iona, 16-10 was the final score. Started the season 14-12 over Mount St. Mary's. And there's what they were hoping for, and they are revved up. It took more than 25 minutes, but the Sharks score.
Nice wraparound goal.
It's Vincent Shivert, the freshman from Alexandria, to end the drought.
Ryan Parker was matched up on him, another freshman getting some playing time there, and he found out real quick, you have to
clock in the first half. What is the Rutgers coach Brian Brecht thinking about there in the huddle?
Yeah, once again, with possession, with 60 seconds on the shot clock, they'd like to get another shot or two with 2 minutes remaining before half.
Great day for the offense. Great first quarter for sure. Vorgang's got a pair. Now he's got a hat trick. And he ducks it under the bar to do it. It took Grayson Vorgang a week or two to warm up to his sophomore season, but now it's 3 straight hat tricks.
It's incredible, huh?
Hari Sears, the redshirt senior, right in front. McIsaac smothered. Stoller makes another impressive save.
Right on the crease. Stoller just knows where the ball's going to be. It's amazing how, it's amazing how he knows. I mean, he was right there. That ball was shot from high to low, and Stoller was able to get down on the ball and smother it.
I don't even think he saw the ball.
Yeah,
just sort of flailed in the direction, and he came up with his save.
He's got like radar, anticipation. I don't know what you call it, mojo.
Yeah, he's got that, lots of it. 10 seconds left in the half.
Oh, we got a
down to
shot
5, and there's the goal.
That was a good look.
It's from Eric Kowalski, couple of freshmen contributing for the goals for LIU.
Yeah, Kowalski run that ball down. That slide came, you'll see it right here. wide open. Well, not alarm so much from Rutgers, but a better play from LIU, I would think.
You had mentioned a few times that you thought LIU's defense was handling itself a little bit better. This is way better off the face-off, going right to the cup, and it's rolled in.
As he's falling, he just lets it go low, and it dribbles in.
Face-off, yes, but not get off.
I'll tell you what, that's the way to start the quarter. When you're down 8-2, you come back and you put the ball in the hoop early.
Sean starting to feel a little something maybe as Hill wins another one. He should have won another one.
Yeah, it's still on the turf and picked up by Rutgers. Splain did a nice job of getting that ground ball. Jorgensen thought about shooting. Younger Kiss thought about shooting but did not.
If you were with us for the first half, 3 seconds left before the break, LIU scored. Second goal of the career for Eric Kowalski. At that point, 6-goal game. Rutgers still comfortable margin, but Hill starting the third quarter with a goal. Rutgers trying to respond. Casey Mongillo does.
Well, Mongillo did a great job. You teach your guys, you coach your players that if a defenseman takes his eyes off you on the crease, you back cut him. You'll see this right here. Took his eyes off and back cuts him. Had no idea where he was. Turned around, was too late. The ball was in the cage.
Our midfielders. Zahoski, an all-conference guy last year.
Yeah, and leads all of the midfielders with goals with 5 and 4 assists. And last game he had 3 goals, so not quite sure the circumstances that are involved there. I'm not sure if it's, again, injury or not able to play today.
LIU, unforced error. Even with that, LIU attackmen have had some serious chances. Just not connected at the rate you need to hang with a top 15 team in their building.
I think
Murphy, rocker step,
nice.
Rocks it in.
Murphy, quick change of direction, a quick speed burst, gets above GLE, wraparound shot. You'll see it right here. Changes direction, comes back, gets above GLE.
Okamo, freshman from Levittown, a midfielder, credit for the caused turnover.
Shake and bake here.
Sears, he split 2 defenders, but he lost the ball. And it comes flailing out for Jack Whitehouse.
Shake and bake had some nice moves there. Sears had some nice moves there, but lost the handle on the ball.
20 on the timer. Here's Cohen block. McIsaac, this is the guy. He got the look. He scored the goal finally. Was he in the crease? No, it's a goal.
Really nice move. He went hard on Younger Kiss. Got Younger Kiss to commit to keep him from getting upfield, and he just inside roll and put it away. Look at that. Nice inside roll. For you younger guys, I don't know why that inside roll isn't used more often. I think it's the most effective
for LIU late in the third quarter. With 10 seconds, Togno, skip pass, shots wide.
Just not getting it on cage. Taking good shots. I think 3 on this possession, on this man-up possession, but not on cage. 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, so the penalty and the shot clock will expire at about the same time. With 2 to shoot, it's behind the cage, and this will be a turnover. So LIU got the looks it wanted, 3 of them, but Rutgers again kills it off.
That's a nice, quick clear by Rutgers. And here comes a shot.
Man, a lot of velocity behind that one. Joe Youngerkiss, 2 today for the captain.
That is a result of a heads-up play by Stoller. As soon as that whistle blew, too much time on the offense, Stoller took the ball. here's another thing that's statistics. Going back to statistics, Tom, that you don't see. There's no indication of it. You see that a team like Rutgers is 2 for 5 on extra man, 40%, which is good. But you don't see if they're 30-second penalties or 1-minute penalties. And to me, statistically, a 1-minute penalty, if you're going to put in the statistics, should count for, let's say, 2 penalties. Instead of being 2 for 5, it should be 2 for 6.
No, that's a fair point.
Oh,
A rare
nice
opportunity. Rutgers cashing in. Colin Kelly has had a few shots today that just shock you. I mean, the power that he has got when he gets going, that's rare in the Big Ten.
That was quick. That was a 30-second penalty, pass from Cadilla to Kelly, and that was a great shot from right up front.
LIU's best attackman has been held without a goal today. 4 shots, 1 assist. You mentioned it, though. You know these are valuable minutes for these guys.
Yeah.
We talk a lot with this team this year. The top 9 goal scorers back from last year, returners at other spots on the field as well. And there's always a few guys for Rutgers every season who go from playing, in spot minutes at the end of games like this to becoming starters and major contributors as upperclassmen. These are the roles where they get their opportunities to learn. As we see a goal from this extra unit, Bennett Rafalian, the sophomore, slotting it in.
Yeah, case in point right there. Get your opportunity, put in a goal. To your point, you see players like Lawler come into this season. He had a hat trick a couple of weeks ago at Stony Brook. You see players like Vorgang. These are players that put an effort in every single day in and day out. They compete. They play every drill to win. And sooner or later, they get good enough to get an opportunity. And when they get that opportunity, they take advantage of it.
Now, Rafalian's 3rd career goal, first this season. Jersey guy from Rumson. Plays high school ball for the Taft School, one of the better programs in the country up in New England. Yeah, it makes it 13-4. So adding another guy to that long list of Rutgers goal scorers today.
Oh, nice shot there.
Yeah, LIU responds with some extra something behind it, too, for Drew Togno.
Again, that was a low to high shot, and he brought it.
Togno had been looking for one all day back here on home turf.
Yeah, that was a 12-yarder.